we start to move and going this way, and the person seems to walk. Feel that? Or they feel like you're just pushing, and it's like they won't go down, and then you're walking them here, and you see how he's walking? That's because of the angle you're taking him at. Anybody here ever trained with Doji Nim? Doji Nim's descriptions of these things are sort of cryptic. Body lower. Okay. Some of that is because, you may not know this, but English is actually not his first language. It's true. So some of it is his language, but another part of it is, I think Doji Nim is from a generation where students didn't come 3-4 hours a week. They basically lived in the dojo. They came all day, or they lived in the dojo, and they took care of the family, and they did business, and they probably trained 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Back then, students were expected, what was called, you had to steal your master's technique. They weren't going to give it to you. You had to steal it by watching, observing, and all that. We don't do it that. We don't teach that way. We try to explain things. So when Doji Nim says body lower, we think he means bend your knees. And he does mean bend your knees, but he means way more than that. So when I go to take Mr. Donahue, when I'm going to apply this, I'm going to drop, I'm going to lower my Danjun down, lower my center. I'm not walking forward. I'm lowering my Danjun, okay? This is the Hapki and the Hapkido. Now within myself, I've got Ki-Hap. Okay, you guys all know Ki-Hap. We think of Ki-Hap as a yell, but Ki-Hap's not the yell. The Ki-Hap is all of those little disparate elements of myself come together. Okay, and I yell when I do that. But what happens if I'm going to break an object? Right, that boom, at that last second, everything comes together. That's Ki-Hap. My Danjun, my hips, my breath, my intention, my motion, my torque, all of those things come together. That's Ki-Hap. Okay. When I'm going to align myself. So Ki-Hap, you see Ki-Hap when you kick and punch. Ki-Hap when you cut with a blade. Okay. Cut with a blade. So when I cut him, my structure is still the same structure. Okay, I'm not doing this. See, I'm all congested, I'm all contracted. If you can't see, you can move around. Not this. Here, my Ki-Hap is aligned. My body's all aligned. Everything is in unison. I've unified all the little elements of myself into one structure. Now, I'm unified. When he comes to attack me, I'm going to bring him into my orbit. I'm the sun, and he's this piece of space junk coming toward me. I'm going to bring him into my orbit, absorb him, and control him. That's the Hapki part of this. My Danjun is going to capture his Danjun. So he grabs, I move. Here. He goes where I put him. If I want him to go here, I'll take him here. If I want him to come out, I'll put him here. I'm moving, and because he's attached to me, I've unified him to me. Because I'm moving, he moves. I'm not trying to move him with my arm. Okay, I unify him. Okay. So try to practice that way. The other thing is, some of you guys, remember Mr. Sanders? So this is a big man. Strong like wool. All right, so I move, and I might find it difficult to move him because he's got so much mass. So you might find, like, you start to move it, you go like, give me a little bit of resistance. Oh my God, okay, you're really strong. Okay, so one of the hopes of martial art is that it helps a weaker person at least have a chance against a bigger person. It does that through technique and through physics, physiology. If I'm stronger than him, I don't need martial art. Okay? But I know I'm not stronger than him. So he grabs, I get him here. Because he's so big, look at his structure. His shoulders are over his hips, over his feet. That is the most well-balanced structure for a human body. That's the way we all walk. I need to disrupt his structure. So what I want to do is I want to leave some of his mass, his upper body mass, over empty space. Then I can apply. Okay? So if I try to apply the technique here, and I'm allowing his shoulders over his hips, over his feet, and I try to apply it, I'm basically just trying to apply pain. So Dojin says, 2 to 3 fingers above the elbow, he calls that a pain point, and it is a pain point. But, not everybody feels pain the same way. I mean, I have the pain tolerance of an 8-year-old girl. Not even a tough 8-year-old girl, okay? So, these things would work on me. But you practice with people that just have so much muscle mass, it's hard to find that nerve cluster in there. Right? Or let's say he's enraged and his body's just flooded with epinephrine, and he's not feeling pain. Pain is an unreliable ally. Okay, so I don't want to count, if it hurts him when I'm doing this, okay. It's not, it's not up to me. But I can't count on pain making this work. I want technique to make it work, okay? So if he's grabbing me, and I'm here, and I feel like he's so strong, rather than try to just apply it here, I want to bring his mass out past his feet. Now look. Okay? So if you're finding when you're working with somebody hard, maybe not even working with somebody hard, but just feel the difference between applying it straight and then moving their body past their foot. Just even a little bit, and then you cut their strength in half. Okay? So play with that a little bit. Sir. All right. This is what I'm seeing a lot. You're really only using your shoulder. And if you're strong, you can make that work. But if you're not stronger than your partner, you're not going to make it work. Even if you're as strong as your partner, using only this part of your body while they're using their legs to resist you, nothing's going to work. So you got to work from here. So when I'm moving him, it's not. See, what's happening is my structure. I have a structure here. I have a sword. Right, that's my structure. Right? But when I'm applying this without a sword, body to body, I'm allowing that structure to collapse. Okay. It's like I'm trying to use a sword like this. Doesn't work. So I'm here. When I go to apply this, my hand is in this position. It stays here. It's in relationship to my body. My hand is in front of my center. My center moves and drops. Okay? This is the structure, not this. Okay? So try to work, just extend your structure, don't let it collapse. If you get them here, you're here, then that's where you go. Okay? If it's here, not. Okay? I mean, you might still be able to make it work, but it's not going to be reliable. Okay? And what you want to do is just develop some motor habits. So that whoever you're working with, whether they're big, small, whatever, it doesn't matter. You don't have to go, oh, he's big, I better not let it collapse. You can't think that way in fight. Okay, you just have to teach your body a structure, and then the conflict is what triggers your response. And you'll trigger the response you taught it, which is a good motor habit. Okay? All right, keep working.
Sir.